Hi guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, we'll create our company code business area. We'll set up this in SAP. So how to set up company code business area? So I'll show you guys here. Now two things are there. Okay. If we talk about like let's suppose I have to create company. Company represents group company. Okay. This Tata group. Tata group can be created as a company. Okay. So company represent group company and company code represents the subsidiary. Okay. The company code represents the subsidiary. So let's have a look one by one how it is happening. Now, two things are there. If you have to set up company, then company or company code, whatever configurations we have to do, guys, we are having two way. One is like you can use transaction code. Second one is we can use path. Okay. Anything can be used. Whichever you felt easy, you can use it. Okay. There is no any kind of restriction that no, there should not be, you should not use transaction code, you should use path only, or vice versa. Okay. Whichever you felt easy, you can use it. And as I said, guys, if you have to become a SAP consultant, you need to know the logic behind these configurations instead of mugging up path or transaction code etc. So guys, generally, now I'll also here. Let's suppose if we have to use the path. Okay. So here, this is like main screen. Okay. End user related transactions. If end user has to post any transactions, so those people are going to use these paths. Like let's suppose uh, for any end user from finance, so they are going to use these paths. Okay. And they'll be able to post the transactions. Like this is for JV, GL to GL entry. And likewise, multiple, like here FB50, that is for JV posting. Okay. Then we have like, okay, this is F-65. Okay. Multiple transaction codes are there, guys. These all are end user transaction code. Okay. We are also going to use these all transaction code one by one. One by one, these all, you guys are going to be quite familiar with multiple transaction code that we have to use. So here, these are the path that is related to end user. Now, as a consultant, when we have to do the configurations, so which path do you people, follow? So do you have to follow? So here you have to use a code SIMG. Okay. Now, SIMG means, look at here. Now a different path came. This is called IMG means implementation guide. So here all the configuration related things you guys will be finding here itself. Let's suppose I have to define company. Look at here enterprise structure. First of all, we have to expand this one. Then we have to define, right? So definition in that financial accounting, expand it and look at here. Okay. When I click here, look at here, it is like expansion is happening like this. Okay. So look at here. Now define company. So you can click here, this one, and then you can define a company. You can create a new company. So we have used path. The same thing can be same. If you have to define the company, you can use transaction code also. Transaction code means now path means what is happening, guys. If you have to reach from one location to other locations, right? So this is just like roadway from this location to this one, and then finally we have reached here. And then we are having even like via flight also directly you are going to fly from here and you can reach here. So transaction code is going to work like that itself. I'll open one more screen here. Look at here. You can click on this one and you can open one more screen. So right now we are having two screen, right? You can create another screen also if you want, isn't it? So you can create multiple screen, guys. Okay, look at here, multiple screen can be created, but again, how many screen can be created? How many screen can be created, guys? So there is a limitations here. I think let me check here how many screens it is allowing us. Okay, so look at here, multiple screens, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, here again, basis consultant is having this what to say restrictions. In real time, what happened? In real time, they will restrict, like you can create multiple 6 screen or else 9 screen, like that restrictions will be there. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll close because these many screens are not needed. Okay. So I have closed now. So 2 screens are there. Here this is path, and here we can use transaction code. Use transaction code OX15, and we can define the same company. Okay. Sometime what happened, guys? See, I have already opened here this company, and if you want to open here, click here. Then what is the message? The data is logged. It's logged by me. Sometime data is logged by other user also. So whenever data is logged, you guys have to use SM12 transaction code to unlock the data if it is logged by other users. Okay. How to unlock the data? You can use SM12. Whenever data lock related issues are there, guys, you have to use SM12 to unlock the data. Okay. SM12, how to use SM12? I'll show you here. So go to SM12 transaction code to unlock the data. Remove your user ID. Don't forget to remove your user ID and then click on search. So because see here, if you remove your user ID, then SAP will show that whichever data is logged by, screen is logged by all the user ID. Okay, so here only what to say, these 2 user IDs are there, so you can select it and you can delete it. Delete it, again select it and delete. So to lock has been displayed. Okay, it is deleted mine because here in company I am only there, right? So look at here now, I'm able to access here also. Okay, so this is how you can delete the lock and you can proceed further. Okay, so you can use path or you can use transaction code. In my configurations, I'll use sometime path also, sometime transaction code also. Okay, both will be used, but generally I use transaction code because it's quite simple. Simple in the sense, within in one step, simply you can just give a transaction code and you that particular screen will appear. We can do our configurations, we can save it. So now what I have to do, guys, now I have to create, first of all, company, in the sense group company. Okay. So group company, I'll just do one thing. Click on new entry and here TTZRP 1 I can give. So this is the code I have given, guys, for company, and here I can give descriptions. Okay. Company name, Tata Group. Here the street address. So you can give, like, let's suppose street 123. Then here PO box details you can give. Postal code also you can give. City you can give. Let's suppose I'm giving New Delhi. You guys can give, if you want to give other cities, you can give other cities also. Country code you can specify. Language key you can give here, and then currency we have to specify, and then simply save it. Okay, how to save it? Either you can click here or else Control S. Okay, so when you save it, look at here, when you save it, now for you, what will happen? This box will appear, but these 2 fields will be, this one and this one, both will be blank. Let's look here, guys. So what you have to do? You have to create a new transport request. Okay, you have to create a new transport request. What is the use of transport request, guys? Once again, I'll give some explanations on this. Transport request means we have to move the configurations from one server to other server, right? If we have to move the configurations from one server to other server, so that is possible with the help of transport request itself. For right now, what you have to do, guys, so just in the sense, right now, no need to do anything. Simply you need to create a new transport request. This one is also blank, and here description is also blank. So you click here, new transport request, and simply you need to give a description. Okay, I am creating Tata Motor. You can think a different, what to say, this one. You can create your own company code, in the sense like, let's suppose Tata Group, under that Tata Motor is there. You can think about a different organizations and you can proceed with the configurations along with me, right? Instead of Tata, you can like Mahindra group is there, Reliance Group is there, or you can create a dummy group also, because ultimately you need to understand the use of these all things, how it is going to be used, what is the logic behind these configurations, that those things you need to understand. So whichever example you have to, like whatever you want to follow, you can follow, right? You take example of any company, or is you can just imagine and you can set up as per your imagination also. So here I have given Tata Motor, I have given, because this configurations I'm doing for Tata Motor. So Tata Motor, then after click on save. So look at here, a number is appearing. Press enter. Now data is saved. Okay, data is saved here. So what we have done, we have created the company. What next? The next one is we have to create company code. So how to create the company code, guys? Use transaction code OX02. But again, when you use OX02 and press enter, system is not allowing us to move further. We are in same screen. So what we have to do now, two things are there. Okay, so generally what happens from one screen, if you have to move from one screen to other screen directly, then /n followed by transaction code. /n followed by transaction code means /n OX02. Okay, look at here. Now we have came to a different transactions. From here you have to go to define company /n OX15. Okay, look at here. I came to company. Again from here I have to go to company code /n OX02. This is how you guys can move from one screen to other screen. Generally, I'll tell you guys are going to be very much familiar with these all things. Initially, there is the very first session. That's the reason there might be some confusion that what exactly we are doing, why /n, why, what is this transaction code? Transaction code is nothing but a shortcut key. Okay, if you're not using path, you can use transaction code, right? And /n we are using if you have to move from one screen to other screen directly. Okay, if you come to home screen here, look at here. So here from home, if you have to go to any like screen here, like define company OX02, then it will work. But directly from here, we are already inside of one screen, and if you have to go to define company OX15, system will not allow. So either you have to come to home. So what is the transaction code? Again, you have to come back to home. So /n if you give, look at here, we came on the home screen, right? So that's the reason from one screen to other screen, if you have to go, then first of all, you have to use /n. It means /n means system is taking you on the home screen, and from there it is, right? Then from home screen, you guys, the system is routing it to the next transaction code. Okay, but it is happening with lightning speeds. That's the reason it's not possible that when we have gone to the home screen and from there we went to the another screen. Okay, so always from one screen to other screen, if you have to move, simply use /n followed by transaction code. Okay, so here we have to create the company code. Click on new entry. One more thing. So here, if you have to create, generally company code means a particular code we have to give. But I'll tell you guys, when you have to enter a code, make sure that the code must be available. If somebody has already created, if somebody has defined a company code and used the same code, whatever you have thought, then system will not allow you to create again the same code, because that is already existing. Let's suppose I have to create like Tata Motor TM01, right? And here I'll give the descriptions: city, country code, currency, and language key. And if I press enter, look at here, an entry already exists with the same key. It means it is already created. Tata Motor TM01 is created. But if I give here TM1 3-digit code and press enter, it is not created. So I'm going to use TM1. My company code will be TM1. Okay. And here also you have to save it. So if you click on save, Look at here, another screen appear. So here again you can give the details like Tata Motor, then complete address you can give here, country code you can give, phone number, fax number, whatever details, language key, right? These all things can be specified. Okay, what I will do, I will simply enter the country or region code because this is the mandatory things. Okay, this is the mandatory here. How you guys will come to know which one is mandatory field, guys? Look at here, this one, country key. This is a mandatory field. So specify your country key. Okay, and then you can proceed further. Or else you want to give the entire details, then it's okay. You can give the entire details also. TM1 here, like test street 100, this city, right? And other details also, if you want to give, you can enter the other details also. Okay, and then you can press enter. So once you press enter, look at here, the same transport request number is appearing. So guys, no need to create different transport request again and again. Just save this request also. Save in the sense, save this changes also, this configuration also on the same transport request. Okay, no need to create because right now you don't know the much, you don't have much idea about the transport request. So that's the reason. No need to create the new transport request. Save on the same transport request. So how to save? Press enter. That's it. So now this configurations, whatever in the sense I've defined the company code, that is also saved on the same transport request. And whatever next setting you guys are going to do, every time this transport request will appear, you have to save on the same transport request. Okay, no need to create different transport request again and again. So what we have done, we have defined company, then we have defined company code. Now I'll tell you guys, Tata Group is the company. Tata Motor is the company code. Okay. Company code is subsidiary and company is group company. So Tata Motor is the subsidiary of Tata Group. How SAP will come to know? Tata Steel is the subsidiary of Tata Group. How SAP will come to know? Right. So what we have to do whenever, okay, whenever you have to, like, let's suppose this is one company called Tata Motor. What I'll do, I'll define one more. TS1. This is Tata Steel. Okay, Tata Steel. So now here I'll enter certain details for Tata Steel also. Save it, Control S. Here simply I'll give the country code and say press enter. Okay, so that is also saved. Now again there will be a question. What about the transport request? For Tata Motor it was appeared, but for Tata Steel it is not appearing. So for Tata Steel by default, system has saved this changes on the same transport request. Okay, that's the reason it is not appearing here. Now, so Tata Steel is also created, Tata Motor is also created. So TM1 and TS1. So how SAP will come to know that this TM1 is the subsidiary of Tata Group, TS1 is also subsidiary of Tata Group. So we have to assign the company with company code. Okay, we have to assign it. We have to link these things. Okay, how? Use transaction code OX16. OX16. No need to worry, guys. For these all things, again, there might be a question that how you guys will come to know all this transaction code. So these are the very basic transaction code, and it will be there at the tip of your tongue. Okay, and even a relevant configuration document also will be there. So in configuration document, these all transaction code you guys will be there. You guys are going to find transaction code also, and even path also will be there. No need to worry. Okay, so whichever you want to follow, you can follow. Now, so look at here. Now, which transaction code I have used? OX16. So what we have to do? By using OX16, assign company with company code with company. I have created multiple. I have created two company code. Now what we have to do? We have to assign company with the company code. So guys, now, so here, multiple company codes are there. Our company code is TM0, TM1 and TS1. Click on position. First of all, TM1. Enter TM1 and press enter. Directly we came here. So TTZRP1. This is my company. Just assign. right? And if you want to save, you can save it, or else you just do one thing. TS1 also is there, na? Click on position and TS1, and here also you assign the same, and then you save it. Control S. So both are saved. It means Tata Motor. What is the group company? Tata Group. And for Tata Steel also, group organization is Tata Group itself, right? So we have created company, we have created company code. Now what is happening, guys? We have assigned company with company code. What next? The next one is we have to set up business area. We have created company, company code, and business area we have to set up. Okay. So let's suppose Tata Motor. Now, Tata Steel, I'll stop here itself for the time being. Tata Steel, I'll stop here itself. I'll proceed further with the Tata Motor. Okay. So in Tata Motor, we are having two different segments, that is manufacturing and service, right? Two different areas are there, manufacturing and service. So that will be created in the form of business area. Okay. So how to set up this business area, guys? Now I will show you here. So again, use transaction code /n OX03. OX03. No, OX0. Yeah, OX03. And press enter. Okay. So OX03 is the transaction code for business area. So guys, what we have to do now, click on new entry. And here I have to create two business area. One is manufacturing. So I'll give code like TMAN. This is like manufacturing business area. I have given a shortcut like business area means BA. And service TSSRV. And here service business area, and press enter. So these two code I have created. Now, if you guys want to create your own business area, then don't give the same code. If you give the same code, system won't accept. Why? Because this is already created. So when you have to create a business area, you have to give a different code. Just save it, Control S, and here this business area is also created. Now there will be another question. Then do we need to assign this business area with our company? So I'll tell you guys, no. Business area, no need to assign the business area with the company because this is a client level setting. Okay. Again, there will be a question in your mind. What is called client level setting? So that you guys will come to know later. Because right now, if I explain, I'm having almost like I can say I am having very less example to quote right now. But if the same explanations I give later, then I'll be having multiple example to quote. Right now, if I quote the example, you don't know anything about those topics. But the same topic is explained later. I'll be having multiple example and you guys are quite familiar with those topics. So you'll be able to correlate, right? That is the things. Okay. And one more thing. If you talk about the logic, understanding like exact what is the logic behind business area, company code, and multiple other settings also will be there. So in a single session, it is not possible to understand the logic behind this topic. What is the logic of this one or that one? So it is not possible to understand in a single session. So that's what I'm saying. Let me complete the enterprise, this enterprise structure. Anyway, this setting is completed here. Now the next setting, next session onwards, I'll start basic setting. Okay. So basic setting also will be configured. Then after I have to do configurations for GL setting. So once these three configurations are done, then we will be able to post the transactions. And at the time of transaction posting, guys, you will be able to correlate all the configurations with each other, and then you will be having perfect understanding. So guys, it is going to take time. You have to watch multiple session, right, to correlate the things, and then you guys will be able to understand the logic. Okay. So that's the reason it's taking time. When let's suppose when you guys are there in like in standard 1, standard 2, standard 3, then simply people says you have to, you have to memorize the tables. 2 1 ja 2, 2 2 ja 4, 2 3 ja 6, because we don't know the logic how it is 2 2 ja 4, how it is 2 3 ja 6, you know. But later on, like let's suppose once you reached in 10th class, 11th class, 9th class, so you know multiplications quite well. So if somebody asks like, okay, can you tell me the table of 19 or 18? To be honest, right now, even I also don't know. So how? Because I know the multiplication, so it is not required, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying, that you have to wait to understand the complete logic. Again, so you have to wait for certain session. Once I complete this entire enterprise structure basic setting and GL setting, then you guys will be having perfect understanding. So in next session, what I'll do, guys, I'll explain the basic setting configurations.